Recently, our client John met his banker to discuss plans for a clean energy building. What he found was a shared passion for building something more. Momentum for change. First Horizon Bank. Let's find a way. Go to firsthorizon.com/John.
Did you miss your deadline to renew your Medicaid coverage? You can still send your completed annual review form to Healthy Connections Medicaid. You may be assigned to another health plan, but you can ask to come back to First Choice within 60 days of renewed Medicaid eligibility. It's your family. It's your choice. First Choice is the right choice. Renew and choose us. Visit selecthealthofsc.com/renew to learn more.
These are your top quarterbacks today on SB Fantasy Football. And welcome to the SB Fantasy Football Podcast with your pals Alan and Rapid Dave. I'm Alan.
Hi, I'm Rapid Dave.
And here we're back for part 2 of our quarterback rankings. If you hadn't had a chance to go listen to it, stop what you're doing. Go listen to part 1 real quick. Get your info on your quarterbacks 20 through 11. Mm-hmm. Now we get into the big boys. This is your top 10 quarterbacks for this year with fantasy football. I'll let you start us off today.
Number 10, Tua.
Okay.
I wanted to go higher, and I saw a lot of people actually having him a lot lower, like in the 15.
I saw him pretty
low.
low.
Like, oh my gosh! I think they're still worried about the injury. If he's fully healthy, fully like gun ho, this 10 is the floor.
The floor.
Absolute dirt floor.
Yep.
So what do you got?
I got my man, my QB,
I was like,
Mr. Jared Goff.
Matt Stafford.
No, that was my number 20. I just love what Jared Goff did to finish the season. The last 9 games, 0 interceptions. He had 4,400 yards last year, 29 touchdowns, 7 interceptions. You've got St. Brown there. They signed Marvin Jones Jr., which I like. He's going to be someone who's going to be a lot more healthier than DJ Chark, which I like, but he just wasn't healthy.
Yeah.
Jameson Williams, he's going to be out the first 6 games, but we'll be all right. And then I love the tight end they drafted, Sam Laporta. I think that guy's just going to be a ball player. To me, this is I expect Goff to finish higher.
Okay.
I really do.
Nice. Let's see. I have Daniel Jones, and you had him at 13. I got him at 9.
Yep.
I think, and then that's pretty across the board. A lot of people had him in the top 10, and I looked at it as like, when I had the people I have on the outside of the top 10, I think he's better than that. I think his upside's there. Big boy, likes to run. He can run. He's not super fast, but he can run. Hopefully Saquon, if Saquon doesn't sign and holds out,
completely change it.
Just
his mind at 13.
Blow it up.
Drop him more, yeah. Yep. Number 9, I got Kirk Cousins.
Yep.
4,500 yards, 29 touchdowns. He had 2 rushing touchdowns. Justin Jefferson, right? He's the number 1 wide receiver in the league. I love the drafting of Jordan Addison. I think that's really going to help out Jefferson as well as Cousins, and then TJ Hawkinson, right? Losing Dalvin Cook, I do think that kind of hurts a little bit, but
stings.
I also do feel like that will help with the passing, that they'll throw a lot more.
Okay.
So
nice.
Number 8, I got Trevor Lawrence.
Okay.
Mr. Sunshine himself. He had 4,100 yards last year, 25 touchdowns, and 8 interceptions. He had 5 rushing touchdowns too. Yeah. Which I didn't really know until I looked it up. Yeah. Christian Kirk, Calvin Ridley, I think is really going to be. You're hearing a lot of good things out of camp about him. Mm-hmm. Zay Jones has kind of found a new home there. He still does drop the ball a lot, but he still gets a lot of opportunities to catch it. and Evan Ingram. Evan Ingram had a really good year last year. Yeah. Look for Trevor Lawrence to continue to grow. It's a good spot for him.
Yeah. 8, your arch nemesis, Mr. Justin Fields. Got him in there. I could have went a little bit higher. I
don't even understand that.
I could have went a little bit higher.
Yeah, you could have.
And I laid off because, go back to listen to the previous episode where we talk about Justin Fields. Alan's not really high on him. I'm high on him. He's getting better at throwing.
Don't get it.
He's a good runner.
I don't even see
He's got weapons. But anyway, so then 7, I got Trevor Lawrence.
Okay. All right. Yeah, what do you guys say about Trevor?
He's great. What's wrong with him? I told you there's nothing wrong with this kid. He can throw the ball. He's a winner. He stays in games. He's not afraid to, put his nose in there and get going. Great weapons. I'm a big fan of Evan Ingram anyways, and he had like his, record season towards the end last year. But can he keep that up? I don't know. I doubt it. But Trevor Lawrence, tons of weapons. I think he's going to be good.
I like Trevor Lawrence. I didn't get all the hype last year necessarily because I watched him get pounded by my Lions.
Yeah.
You know, but that's besides the point. You can't fault him for playing a good team. That's just all there is to it. At number 7, and it kills me to put this guy this low because I'm a huge fan of him and I predicted nothing but great things for him last year. Justin Herbert.
Okay.
And I really feel like this is more of like a floor type spot for him. I really expect him to have another great year this next year. I don't know. I mean, 4,700 yards last year, 25 touchdowns, 10 interceptions. You still got Keenan Allen, Mike Williams. They drafted the kid out of TCU, Quentin Johnson, which I think he's going to be a good addition to them, and as well as Austin Eckler, right? Number 1 receiving back last year. Expect him to do the same thing this year.
He got us nervous though. He was like, "Hey, I want to be traded" or something like that. Everybody started puckering up a little bit.
Started moving Herbert down a little bit.
Yeah. So I actually have him at 6.
Well, who do you have at 7?
Oh, Trevor Lawrence.
Oh, okay.
Trevor Lawrence is 7.
Right,
Justin Herbert at 6. I think he wasn't a letdown. It was a letdown. Like the whole, Charger season kind of and just whatever, all this crap that happened last year. They almost beat, Kansas City. Then he get hurt. He was just getting pounded. He got beat up. They still had a great team. A little bit of injuries here and there, but that's the only reason I don't have him in like the 3 hole. Because I do like him. I do like him a lot. I'll draft this kid every single year. But, yeah, I got him at 6 this year.
Okay. At 6, and this is my wild card. This is my wild card of the quarterbacks. He could be a lot higher. He could be a lot lower. Tua. I got Tua right here at the number 6 spot. I played 13 games last year, 3,500 yards. 13 games with 3,500 yards. That's more yards than Justin Fields had all last year. 25 touchdowns, 8 interceptions. He was on pace for 4,600 yards and 32 touchdowns if you just kind of take that out. I mean, you got Tyreek Hill and Jalen Waddle.
I say this, that I think where you have, like, I mentioned him and I put him at 10. And I thought that was the absolute like dirt floor for him. But if he stays healthy, I think his floor is at 6, and he could definitely be number 1.
Okay, yeah, definely. I mean, he's got
his upside is through the roof.
It
phenomenal.
But he's got to stay healthy.
He's
one hit away
from being
done all in life.
Yeah. Well, come on now. Just be done with football. You know what I mean? Go to the booth or something like that. You know what I mean?
Number 5, I got Lamar.
I think we probably have 4 and 5 switched or just flopped.
Yeah, I doubt it.
I didn't want to put my guy up to or put him down or go up too high with him. So you got Lamar at 5. Yeah. I have him at 4.
Okay.
He's coming back.
Who do you have at 5?
Joey.
You got Joey? Okay.
Yeah.
I have Burrow at 4.
Okay, that's what I'm saying.
So we got those flipped. Lamar last year, 2,200 yards, 17 touchdowns, 7 interceptions, 764 yards rushing in just 12 games. So in 12 games, he threw for as many yards as Justin Fields did all last year.
Yeah.
But that's besides the point.
I went after Lamar hard last year.
You had Odell there, Zay Flowers, Rashad Bateman, Mark Andrews. The big thing with them is he going to play all year, right?
Yeah. And with a new contract. And I'll tell you this, it bumps up Andrews back to number 2. You know what I mean?
It definitely helps out Andrews. Yeah. I'm actually looking for him to pass for a ton this year. I'm kind of because he's come out and said I'm going to throw all over the place.
He is. I guarantee it. He is. What's his over under? Like 5? Is it 5,400 yards or 4,500 yards? It's the over under at Caesars right now.
Is it really? Yeah, I'm expecting him over 4,000.
Like
I really
maybe 3,700.
Yeah, I would take the over on that. I'm predicting him somewhere around 4,000 yards with 1,000 yards rushing.
Yeah,
maybe a little bit more.
He's going to scoot.
Right? So he's going to have somewhere between 5,000 to 6,000 yards this year if healthy. I'm expecting a big year from him. And then Burrow, 35 touchdowns, 12 interceptions.
I don't want to go too high.
Chase,
That's the reason
Higgins, Boyd. We had 5 rushing touchdowns on top of that. So you're looking at 40 total touchdowns.
Mm-hmm.
The kid he looks good.
Yeah.
Right.
He's back. From the injury and whatnot. He's had a good 2 years, I think. 2 years since, yeah.
Started last year off rough, but kind of brought it together.
Oh, boy. He's on his ass. The game, you know what I mean?
So we had the same quarterbacks for the top 3. I'm just curious about the order.
Okay.
So at number 3, who do you have?
Hurts.
Same here.
I couldn't put him in.
First time all the whole day.
There we go. There's a high five for you. I couldn't put him in a higher just because, even though I really do think he's number 2, no one's going to dethrone who I have at number 1 until someone just does it. And I don't know when it's going to happen, but the dude just keeps getting it done. But with Hurts, he looked great last year. Went all the way to Super Bowl, proved himself to be a winner, but just not a champion. NFC is rather thin as well. So he's got a great place to repeat and go all the way back through the NFC.
With him, it's the touchdowns.
Yeah.
The 3,700 yards passing, 22 passing touchdowns. He had 13 rushing touchdowns because no one could stop him when they got there on the goal line, right?
Yeah, he's not handing the ball off inside the 5-yard line.
I don't think that success will continue this year.
You think they're going to figure it out?
Teams are going to figure it out. It's not going to be the same. I really don't think it is.
All right.
The big stat was only 6 interceptions.
It's a good stat. It's a great stat.
I think that's a great stat. A.J. Brown, Devontae Smith, Dallas Goedert. Great set of receivers there.
I mean, he's got it set. I mean, you think about it. He's got a top 3 tight end, and dude, homeboy's huge. You know what I mean? He's out there. He's just like ready to catch the ball. MF is just gigantic, and you got the speedster Devontae Smith on the outside as well. And oh god,
number 2. Josh Allen. And then that means we got Pat Mahomes at number 1. We matched on the top 3. There you
go. I mean, that was a weak high five. One more time. There we go. All right. We don't usually high five on this show.
Josh Allen, 4,200 yards
just
last year. 35 touchdowns, 14 interceptions. That number's a little bit high. 762 rush yards and 7 touchdowns there. Great. Mahomes, 5,200 yards passing, 41 touchdowns. 4 rushing touchdowns, 12 interceptions there. With Allen, I mean, you got Diggs, you got Gabe Davis. I like the kid, Dalton Kincaid, the tight end they drafted. I expect him to get some added value there, as well as just Josh Allen, too. He had a lot of red zone turnovers last year.
It was sloppy.
I look for him to correct that problem this year and grow and get better.
He was trying to do too much, I think.
I think so, too. I think so, too. So, and then Mahomes, right?
He's the champ. There's nothing you can say.
And the thing is, you look at the receivers, right? You've got MVS, Kadarius Toney, Sky Moore.
Sky Moore should have a big year.
Of course, Kelsey, right?
Yeah.
But you expected Sky Moore to have a big year last year, and he didn't really.
This year, I think he's going to be
I think the guy that I'm actually looking to be the top wide receiver there is Kadarius Toney, who looked great when he joined the team last year late in the season. So we'll see. But, I mean, it's just...
He just doesn't get the targets. He just doesn't get the targets.
Yeah.
But Kelsey's always going to be the stud. I think Sky Moore definitely stretches the field. Tony's a speedster as well, and along with MVS. But MVS has a bad case of the drops.
In the I'm hurt and I can't play.
Yeah, that hurt. But like I said, Pat Mahomes is until someone can beat him. There you go. I mean he's a
he was
stud.
number 1 last year. He was number 4 the year before that.
Yeah.
So
give it to him.
I expected him not to have his great year last year. I think I had him at number 3 last year.
Yeah, because the loss of weapons. You lost Tyreek Hill.
You lose Tyreek Hill, right?
Yeah.
But he did better without Tyreek Hill. So
absolutely bonkers.
I don't know, but that's our 1 through 10 guys. Check out both episodes so you get the whole full scale spectrum of 1 through 20. Let us know your thoughts on our rankings. Shoot us over an email, strikeoutbeer@gmail.com. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure you go ahead and hit that follow button. We definitely appreciate it. And give us that little rating. Maybe 5 stars if you're feeling nice. We definitely appreciate it. As always, I'm Alan.
I'm Rapid Dave.
Talk to you guys later. Deuces. Thank you for listening to the SB Fantasy Football Podcast.
Did you miss your deadline to renew your Medicaid coverage? You can still send your completed annual review form to Healthy Connections Medicaid. You may be assigned to another health plan, but you can ask to come back to First Choice within 60 days of renewed Medicaid eligibility. It's your family. It's your choice. First Choice is the right choice. Renew and choose us. Visit selecthealthofsc.com/renew to learn more.
Judy was boring.
Hello.
Then Judy discovered ChumbaCasino.com.
It's my little escape.
Now Judy's the life of the party.
Oh, baby, mama's bringing home the bacon.
Whoa, take it easy, Judy. The Chumba life is for everybody. So go to ChumbaCasino.com and play over 100 casino-style games. Join today and play for free for your chance to redeem some serious prizes. ChumbaCasino.com. No purchase necessary. Void where prohibited by law. 18+ terms and conditions apply. See website for details.